I'm a patient at a hospital that's been closed for the past 4 years. Part 3. My head hurts so much right now. I don't even remember coming back to my room. I can't remember much of the past couple of days. Has it been a couple of days? I need to keep my thoughts straight. Now, where was I? Frank showed me where the cafeteria was. There was a passageway behind the secretary's station that brought us to another part of the floor. I couldn't understand the layout. It was like a huge maze back there. Small hallways leading to rooms and other hallways. And everything looked deserted. I let Frank tell me all about what I was seeing. And this is where you'll have a group therapy. And here's sometimes where they do testing. But other times it's over there. And I've woken up in this room a few times. And this... Wait, hold on. You just sometimes wake up in places you can't remember? I had to stop and try to analyze what was being told to me. Yeah, and usually with a headache. You get used to it. We continued to walk. And here's the cafeteria. Frank pushed through the 2 doors and presented the room like it was something spectacular, with arms opened, showcasing it. The cafeteria looked like a hospital cafeteria, only dirtier than usual, and almost empty. There was a man standing with his face in the corner, giggling to himself. There was a girl who couldn't have been older than 20, sitting at one of the tables, looking down at her hospital gown. Her eyes looked glazed over, and she wasn't blinking. There was a total of 8 other patients. They all looked either insane or like a vegetable. Frank looked the sanest of them all, and he didn't look too sane. His eyes were always so wide open, and he had a couple of twitches. Let me introduce you to everyone. This is Sally. She doesn't talk much. Sally was the girl at the table. In the corner is Bob. We don't actually know his name. Best to stay away from him. Over there is Edith. He pointed to an elderly lady. She has outbursts that have been proven to be deadly. The guy sitting over there and the girl twirling in circles are harmless. They're June and Billy. They're harmless, but definitely boring company. The 2 guys playing the card game over there is Cody and Noel. I look at 2 of the guys again, more closely. Their eyes were not as glazed as I first assumed. What's their story? They're cool. They let me play with them once in a while. Let me introduce you. Frank grabbed my arm and dragged me over to them. Guys, this is Anna. She's new. I'm showing her around. They both looked up at me and said nothing, and went back to playing their game. Nice to meet you too, assholes. Come on. I walked away from where Cody and Noel were playing. They don't seem too welcoming. Hey, Frank, do you know why it's always dark outside? A bell sound rang over the intercom. Everyone started walking towards the kitchen area. Frank ran to the front of the line. A woman wearing a nurse's outfit was standing in the window. She handed out the trays of food. Why is a nurse handing out the food? They have limited staff here. I turned around to see Noel and Cody behind me. Sorry, I had the same face when I saw her passing out food for the first time, Noel explained. What? You're talking to me now? The sarcasm came out strong. Yeah, we wanted to wait until Frank wasn't around. What? Frank? Really? He seems harmless. He is. It's just that... Cody looked in Frank's direction. They have a way of getting into his head. What does that even mean? What the fuck is going on here? I tried to whisper, but I was so excited that I might actually find out what was going on. And why is it always dark? Relax. Calm down. We'll talk soon. Noel passed me in the line. I wish I could tell you we have real answers for you, but we don't. Just a survival guide. Cody had such a sadness in his eyes. He looked really tired. The dark rings under his eyes were very noticeable. How long have you been here? No idea. Feels like years, but I haven't aged a day. I got to the window where the nurse passed me a tray. I looked down and felt a bile coming up from my stomach. You expect me to eat that? It looked like oatmeal that was made last week, and it smelt spoiled. Are we gonna have a problem? She smiled at me with sinister eyes. Nope, she's going to eat. Thank you. Cody grabbed his tray and shuffled me towards a table where Noel was already sitting at. Frank waved at me and motioned for me to sit next to him. I mouthed, "Later." He dropped his head with disappointment. Maybe I should go sit with him, I thought. But then I remembered where I was and that I had an opportunity to get some answers from these two guys. I sat down. Okay, so what's happening? We have no idea. I was brought here by ambulance when I broke my ankle falling on some ice. Noel showed up a few months after by ambulance when he went into anaphylactic shock from a bee sting. How long ago? Don't know. Just know the date of intake. Noel motioned to his hospital bracelet. Can I see? Hold up. We'll show you ours if you show us yours. They both looked at me. I handed them my arm freely. They both looked puzzled. No way. It can't be. What? I pulled my arm back and looked at the bracelet. I didn't understand what was so weird about June 5th, 2015. They both showed me their arms. I looked at the dates on their bracelets. It didn't make any sense. Cody's admission date was September 17, 2018, and Noel's was January 8, 2019. I almost forgot about Cody and Noel. I need to keep them straight in my head. They will not take my memories from me. They won't. No matter how much they try, this notebook will save me from them. This is Kinetic Symphony. If you've enjoyed this narrated story, please subscribe and like the video to help me grow. Thank you.